Hi guys, so today's video is going to be a little bit different, and I would like to preface this video by saying I'm already super irritated just from stuff that's already happened throughout the day, so I might be a little dramatic. Recently it's been brought to my attention that YA is not a real category of book, which is friggin' amazing to me because what the crap have I been reading all this time? YA isn't real, you guys. Let that sink in. Any YA book you've read is a lie. Are we gonna be like burned at the stake for witchcraft for reading the impossible? All jokes aside, seriously? Who died and placed the literary crown on top of your pretentious head? You know what? I don't like nonfiction. I don't. I think it's droll. I think I live in nonfiction. I don't want to read about the real life. I don't want to read about the real day to day. I like to read fantasy and science fiction. I like to read the impossible. But I'm not going to go as far as to say that nonfiction isn't a real category of book just because I don't like it. I'm not so presumptuous as to claim that nonfiction has no place in the literary world, or that people who read nonfiction shouldn't be allowed to read. That was my favorite thing that I've heard. If you read YA, you shouldn't be allowed to read. What kind of backwards logic do you apply in your life to think that? So many teenagers and kids, it's so hard to get them to read. It really is. I struggle with getting kids to read. I do it for a living. And I will never understand people's mindset and like what kind of like monstrosity they are in real life to go as far as to suggest these things. If you read YA, good. If you read nonfiction, good. If you read at all, good. If you don't read, that's fine too. You don't have to read a book to be a good person. You do, however, have to allow room for people's own opinions to be a good person. These are just some of the asinine claims that I have come across in regards to YA. The YA community, in my opinion, is one of the nicest and most welcoming. However, that's not to say that adult contemporary or adult fiction, historical fiction, romance, science fiction, fantasy, nonfiction, biographies, history, it's not to say that any of those communities aren't as welcoming. It is to say that anybody in those communities who disregards YA as a category of literature should be ashamed. I'm sorry. Where do you get off telling other people what they can and can't do? That's not your decision to make, and it's not your decision to make to go and tell somebody that what they're reading is pointless or serves no place in the literary world. Put a little rum in that. Needless to say, I am clearly very fired up about this. I think the fact that I'm even having to defend YA at all is just completely insane. To get a teen to read, to get a kid to read, to get anybody to read, if they're interested in the YA section of the store, let them be interested in the YA section of the store. There is nothing wrong with it. And, I mean, I read adult fiction, I read historical fiction, fantasy, sci-fi, I read all of those things. But I shouldn't even have to say that. I shouldn't even have to explain that I also read those categories just to validate myself in the world of literature. There should be nothing at all that I have to explain about what I like to read or what anybody likes to read to make themselves feel validated. And that is just insane that I'm even making this video, that I still come across this kind of crap. I don't know. This has been a rant. This has been me flipping out about stupid things. It's gone on like 10 minutes now. Just the moral of this video is read what you want to read, write what you want to write, and don't let anybody ever tell you what you can and can't read, or what you can and can't write. If you guys like this video, let me know below. Let me know your thoughts. Please, let's discuss this. Let's discuss how it is 2016, and there are still people in this world telling other people that YA is not a real category of literature. Leave your comments down below, like and subscribe if this is something that you're into. I want to punch somebody in the face. I think that's what I want to do. I just want to like punch him in the face and maybe kick him in the shins, because I'm really short and that's where I reach. That's what I want to do right now. Anyway, peace out, guys. See you in the next video.